Picture this. It's April 28th, 2026, a federal courthouse in Oakland, California. Two men walk into the same room for the first time in years. One of them is the richest person on the planet. The other runs the most powerful AI company in history. They used to be friends. They used to share a vision. They used to believe in the same future. Now they sit at opposite tables, lawyers between them, a judge above them, and 9 ordinary Americans deciding the fate of artificial intelligence. This is not a story about money. This is not a story about ego. This is a story about who gets to decide what AI becomes, and therefore who gets to decide what your future looks like. My name is Neural Ledger, and this is an investigation, not into the legal details, not into which lawyer made the better argument, but into what this trial actually means. Because here is what the headlines are not telling you. This case is not really about whether Elon Musk was deceived. It is not really about whether Sam Altman broke a promise. It is about something much larger than both of them. It is about a question that will define the next 100 years of human civilization. Who controls artificial intelligence controls the future. And right now, in a courtroom in Oakland, that question is being decided. Not by scientists, not by philosophers, not by the people whose lives will be most affected, by a judge and 9 jurors who were asked to understand in 3 weeks what the rest of us have been trying to understand for years. Let's go back to the beginning. 2015. A small group of people in San Francisco had an idea. Build an AI research lab, make it a non-profit. Give the benefits to all of humanity, not to shareholders, not to governments, to everyone. 2 of the people most responsible for making that happen were Elon Musk and Sam Altman. Musk provided $38 million of early funding. Altman provided the vision and the leadership. Together, they believed they were building something that would change everything. They were right. They just disagreed about who should control the change. Musk left OpenAI in 2018. The official reason was a conflict of interest with Tesla's own AI work. But internal emails shown to the jury this week tell a different story. Musk wanted control. He proposed that OpenAI merge with Tesla. When that was rejected, he left. And then he watched from the outside. Is the thing he helped build became the most powerful AI company on Earth without him. Here is what Musk is arguing. He gave $38 million to a nonprofit. A nonprofit exists for one purpose: to serve humanity, not to make profit, not to make its executives rich, not to go public at an $852 billion valuation. He argues that Sam Altman and Greg Brockman took that nonprofit mission and quietly replaced it with something else entirely. A for-profit company with investors, with shareholders, with a valuation that makes it one of the most valuable entities on Earth. And he argues that this happened without his knowledge, without his consent, and directly against the promises that were made to him. His lawyers are asking for $134 billion in wrongful gains. That number is not an accident. It is designed to send a message that if you take something built for humanity and turn it into something built for profit, there are consequences. OpenAI's response is equally simple. Musk knew exactly what was happening. He just didn't get his way. So now he's pretending he didn't know. What happened inside that courtroom this week was unlike anything a tech trial has produced before. Elon Musk took the stand, 3 days of testimony. calm, collected, occasionally witty. At one point, OpenAI's lawyer asked him a question and essentially fed him the answer. Musk looked at him and said, "That's not a leading question, that's a leading answer." The judge cut him off. "You're not a lawyer, Elon." He smiled. "I did take Law 101, but behind the humor, something more serious was happening." Musk's own lawyer stood before the judge and said, "We could all die as a result of AI." The judge stopped him immediately. Those words were not allowed in front of the jury. Think about that for a moment. The central argument of one side of this case is that the stakes are existential, that this is not about contracts or charity law, that this is about survival. And the judge said that argument is too dangerous to make in front of ordinary people because it might frighten them into a verdict. Here's what nobody is explaining clearly enough. Even if Musk loses this case, even if the judge decides he has no legal claim, the questions this trial has raised do not go away. Who should control AI? Should it be a non-profit answerable to no one? Should it be a corporation answerable to shareholders? Should it be a government answerable to voters? Or should it be one man with enough money to build his own AI company? Who gets to decide the rules for everyone else? Because here is the uncomfortable truth. Both Musk and Altman are building AI right now. Musk has xAI with his Grok model. Altman has OpenAI with GPT and everything that follows. Neither of them was elected. Neither of them was appointed. Neither of them asked you whether you wanted them in charge of the technology. That is already reshaping your mind, your job, and your future. The trial doesn't change that, but it does force us to look at it directly. This trial is not just about two men. Look at who else is in that courtroom. Microsoft is named as a co-defendant, the company that invested billions into OpenAI and whose CEO, Satya Nadella, is expected to testify. Former OpenAI chief scientist Ilya Sutskever is expected to testify, the man who led the brief coup against Altman in 2023 before reversing course and helping restore him to power. Former CTO Mira Murati is expected to testify. Stuart Russell, one of the world's leading AI safety researchers from UC Berkeley, will testify about what artificial intelligence actually is and what happens when the wrong people control it. This is not a corporate dispute. This is the entire architecture of AI power being put on trial. Every person in that courtroom has shaped the world you are living in right now, and not one of them asked for your permission. Let's talk about the money, because the money tells you everything. OpenAI is currently valued at $852 billion. It closed a $122 billion funding round in March. It is preparing to go public later this year. If it does, it will be one of the largest IPOs in history. Musk is asking for $134 billion. His own company, xAI, is valued at $80 billion. SpaceX is preparing its own IPO, expected to be the largest in history. Two men, combined private market valuation of over $2 trillion, fighting over who was right about a nonprofit that was founded with $38 million. But here is what that money actually represents. It represents the infrastructure of the future, the servers, the models, the data, the decisions. Every dollar in that valuation is a dollar of control over technology. that will make decisions about your life, whether you participate or not. Let's play this out. What happens if Musk wins? The judge finds that OpenAI violated its charitable trust. OpenAI is forced to restructure. Its planned IPO delayed or cancelled. Its $852 billion valuation uncertain. The billions invested by Microsoft complicated. And the message sent to every AI company in the world is that you cannot take something built for humanity and quietly convert it into a profit machine. That mission statements have legal weight, that promises to the public are enforceable. Is that good? Maybe, but consider the alternative. If the judge decides Musk wins and the remedy is to give him control or compensation, then the man who also owns XAI, the man who also owns X, the man who also has the ear of the most powerful government on earth gets even more leverage over the technology that shapes what you read, think, and believe. There is no clean outcome here, only a choice between different kinds of power. So where does that leave you? You didn't fund OpenAI, you didn't found XAI, you were never asked to choose between these two visions. And yet, the AI tools you use every day were built by these companies. The content you see was filtered by their systems. The jobs being automated were replaced by their models. You are living inside a world that two people built without your input. And now those two people are in a courtroom fighting over who was supposed to be in charge. While you watch, here is the only thing that matters. Regardless of who wins this case, the question of who controls AI does not get answered in Oakland. It gets answered by whether people like you understand what is actually happening. Knowledge is the only power that cannot be litigated away, and that is exactly why you are here. This has been Neural Ledger. Archive entry open. The trial continues. The verdict is expected by May 21st, and when it comes, we will be here to decrypt what it actually means. Subscribe, because the Ledger is watching this courtroom very carefully, and what comes next will affect every one of us. The Ledger does not lie.